Change or Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad. Stop talking about it. I felt like it was just like lingering. So I'm glad that we got it done. It's been a lot of fun. My teammates gave me a great cold water shower. But I credit it all to them. I don't want to sound cliche when I say this, but I don't get any of that without every single teammate along the way. And I'm so grateful to be able to play with and I said it on the broadcast before, just selfless women. They give it their all every single day, and they're their pure selves. And that's what I love the most. And I'm trying not to get emotional. Because I'm gonna cry with you. But like, my teammates are the ones, they're the heartbeat. They get me going. I don't get 0 points, obviously, without them passing me the basketball. But just the way they show up to work every single day, just ready to play, ready to lock in. Things we go through in our personal lives, we lock in each other every single day. And that's what you see on the court. So the points are great. They're gonna always be there. I'm never gonna stop shooting. But the group that we have in this locker room is something that I'm so genuinely happy to be around. So I'm blessed. I'm super blessed to be able to do what I do with the people that I do, and I credit it all to them.
Speaking of them, Alysha, would you talk about the bench production today, and then Asia, if you follow up, 30 points, I think 0 turnovers for the bench.
Yeah, I mean, when you have that's what helps championship teams. When you have depth, when you have people that you can rely on, and we have a bench full of professionals that are ready every single day, that put the work in, that are all stars. I mean, anybody from our bench, have started, can go start anywhere else in this league, and are choosing to come off the bench to be the supporting cast for our starters. And so when you have people like that are ready, especially right now, like that's going to be the separation factor as we get into playoffs. When you can use that depth, because games come really quickly, and having, 9-10 people that you can count on that can produce, that's going to be huge. So I'm super proud of my bench mob crew. We showed up, we were ready for today, and I'm proud of the way that we continuously show up and do our job well.
AC said it all.
Perfect. All right, go ahead.
Alysha, Asia talks about the teammates, but for y'all to have somebody out there you can get the ball to in a bucket's just ready to happen. What is it like?
So, no, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be in this league long enough to play alongside some amazing players, some Hall of Fame players. And this one is no different, and that's something that I've always just kind of sat back and marveled at is, I've always been able to be like, well, you don't have so-and-so, well, you don't have Asia Wilson. And it really is, it's such a special time. And just to be able to be here and witness her greatness and the way that she goes about it and does it. My friend came up to me after the game. She was like, listen, everybody talks about Asia, but like seeing her in person, she is unreal. Like she is so good. She never stops. And it's always fun for me because I'm like, I see the hours that she puts in that nobody sees. She's her hardest critic. And that's something that I'm like, I love playing with, because I know at the end of the day, I'm like, let me find where Asia Wilson is, and let her go to work. And that's a luxury. It really is. And that's something that I think needs to be celebrated when you have players of this caliber that are playing now. Appreciate that, because one day she's not going to be here. You know what I mean? She's going to retire and go on and live her life, and people are going to marvel at what she's done. And I'm like, marvel at it now. It's impressive. It's impressive as hell. And what she does on a consistent basis from day one of this season, there was no doubt who the best player in the world was. And she continuously shows up for us, pours into us. Man, and I can't speak highly enough of her. Like, even Roscoe, y'all did y'all's thing with this one.
Jose, go ahead.
Alysha, you talked about Asia's greatness. We can all see it on the court. But what is it about her as a teammate that does not get talked about that makes her so great?
I mean, yeah, I'm like, I mean, everything. No, I mean, Kelsey said it the other night, she's a phenomenal human being. And, again, I've been around a lot of amazing players. And the one thing that sticks out when I look at, I mean, even just like the post players, I guess I played with amazing guards, but when I look at the post players I played alongside, that one piece, that selflessness, like, yes, she's a superstar. Like, don't get it twisted. She is a superstar, but you would never know it being in her presence. She makes you feel welcome. She makes you feel seen and heard. And Now I'm gonna start crying.
Nikias, do you have a basketball centric question?
No, God, no, I want to finish this
Okay.
because, and you can't say nothing about me crying because you started it. But I think what isn't talked about enough is her humility. The way that people play on her name night in and night out. She shows up every day with a smile on her face. And it's hard. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, the crown is heavy. But she shows up every day and pours into those around her. And I don't think people understand how special that is for a person, for your franchise player, for your superstar, for your leader to be able to do on a consistent basis. Like, being a leader is hard in itself, but being a superstar plus leadership, like, that's insane. And that's why only a select few get that title, that get that job opportunity. And Asia exemplifies every bit of that. And you see it in the work she does in her communities. You see the way that she pours in to fans and make sure that they feel appreciated. So when you can have someone that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like you matter, is really special on top of what she's doing on the basketball court.
Thank you so much, Alysha. Have a great rest of your day.
You too, thanks.
Thanks a lot, ladies. We can let you go.
Great.
Oh,
Because I
thank
wasn't gonna
God.
make it. I wasn't gonna make
Be
it.
back in 48 hours.
Becky got all the basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Sorry, guys. We'll talk on Friday.
Say what?
Oh, yeah.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question? We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.